Around this time last week, I made a video talking about the Rams and how they absolutely wreaked havoc against the Minnesota Vikings in the wild card round of the playoffs. In the divisional round against the Eagles, their defensive line kept up the same energy, especially Jared Verse, who went absolutely nuclear. You look at the Eagles' offensive line and some big names like Jordan Mailata or Cam Jurgens and even a little bit of Lane Johnson struggled against this pass rush. Someone else like Mekhi Becton, who was a very big feel-good story this year, got flat out embarrassed at times. However, there's a fifth lineman on the Eagles who was rock solid. He did not waver whatsoever against this Rams defense, and honestly, I would say made some of their defenders look absolutely silly and look like boys running around on a field trying to get past a grown-ass man. So, because of that, I want to take a look at the other side of the coin of the Rams' pass rushing prowess, their dominance, and talk about Landon Dickerson and how he absolutely dominated in the divisional round. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the tape and talk about exactly what I just said, Landon Dickerson being an absolutely dominant offensive lineman. All right, first play here, very early on in the game, early first quarter. We've got Dickerson lined up here with a defensive tackle, Tyler Davis lined up directly over top of him. So we'll go ahead, let this one play out. Hurts is going to motion Saquon to the other side here. He's going to look to his right, or to his left to our right immediately, and end up finding Devonta Smith. But check out Landon Dickerson real quick on this play if you weren't watching him initially. You see he does a great job firing out of his stance and just holding his ground. He does not give up any ground whatsoever against Tyler Davis. There's taking a closer look at how he does that. You see immediately he is off the ball. And this right here is perfect. Wide stance, or wide base, I should say. Feet very far apart. Got a lot of power in his lower half because of that. Dickerson is going to have one hand inside the chest here and then one hand to the outside. The reason he has one hand on the outside shoulder of Davis here is because if we fast forward just a tick, you will see that Davis actually managed to get a hand in on Dickerson. And what's going on right now is Davis is trying to win the leverage battle. He is trying to forklift Dickerson up to get up underneath of him and then, slip by him. If you can win the leverage battle in the trenches, it's a lot easier to beat your man. Dickerson is going to recognize that. He's going to plant his feet, reset himself, get low, get low, get low, and stay perfectly in front of Davis, holding him off from getting to Jalen Hurts. Just a magnificent rep here. Again, the anchor is unbelievable from Dickerson. Does a really good job of regaining leverage, does a really good job of sticking with the play. And he's even over there to, kind of make sure everything's good at the end. So that's a great clip to start off with here. Great showing of Dickerson's strength, which is the primary appeal to his game, at least in my eyes, is how he's just able to completely manipulate and, as we'll see in later clips, level dudes in the trenches. All right, second play we're taking a look at here. Same drive, still early in the first quarter. Got Dickerson here about to set a key block on Jalen Hurts' big touchdown run. So he's going to get out in space, hold off Byron Young. Hurts is going to break a tackle, and then he is gone for 44 yards, first score of the game. And it would not be possible without some crafty blocking by Landon Dickerson. So immediately what's going to happen is he's going to pull across the line here, and he has to pick up Byron Young. That's the goal here. So you see he does a great job pulling across. Byron Young is going to settle himself down really close to the line here. Because of that, Dickerson, who needs to open up a lane here for Jalen Hurts to get through, is going to have to run all the way around him and then wall him off, right? If you watch my Fullback Friday videos, as a lead blocker, which is what Landon Dickerson is here, your goal is to always have your back to the ball carrier. That is the best way to wall off a defender from getting to whoever has the ball, is to make sure your back as a lead blocker, I should say, is to them. So you see he's going to collapse down on Byron Young. He's going to turn him inside, push him into traffic, and there is no chance he's getting anywhere near Jalen Hurts. And that, like I said, big touchdown there. Watch it one more time in full speed. Wall off the defender, shove him into traffic, so hold him off, and then once you realize the quarterback's past you, go, yep, he's gone, touchdown, Easy money. Huge block there from Dickerson. Watching it one more time. Just fantastic stuff there. Really good job reading what the defender was trying to do and then taking advantage of that to set up your quarterback for a very, very important touchdown. Sticking in the first quarter, we've got Dickerson here up against Bobby Brown, the third, on another passing play. And this is going to be much like the first one, a really good example of his anchor and how good he is in pass pro. You see, he gives Jalen Hurts all day. And Hurts is able to actually find Devonta Smith. He's going to get hit late, or get hit illegally is the correct way to put it there. So yeah, it's a drop, but it still ends up being a 15-yard gain because of the penalty. Take a look at Dickerson here, because this rep is honestly quite funny. So right away, wide base, feet are exactly where they need to be. And you can't really see it from this angle, but it does look to me like both hands are firmly in the chest of Bobby Brown. If you are an offensive lineman with a really good anchor like Dickerson has, and you are in this position, 99.9% of defensive linemen are cooked on this play. Like, there is no world, even if Hurts holds his ball for 4 seconds, that Bobby Brown is going to be able to make a play. Now, there is that 0.001%. Unfortunately, Bobby Brown III is not one of those guys. Maybe a former Ram that retired a few years ago now would be one of the guys that could break that, but I digress. Taking a further look at the play here, you see he just does a great job of sticking in front of him no matter what Bobby Brown does here. He's cooked. You see there at the end, he's just kind of like, all right, man. You know, he kind of like gives up at the end here, kind of realizes he's cooked. You know, he makes this initial move to try to swim inside, or not swim inside, cut inside, excuse me. Doesn't work. Dickerson's like doing the tango with him here. And after that, he drives his feet for a second, then he's like, all right, yeah. You know, he kind of accepts his fate on this rep, which I find quite humorous. You know, he knows Dickerson is not playing around. He knows Dickerson is not letting off the gas here. And I say letting off the gas, he doesn't really have to do a whole lot. He keeps his feet moving a little bit, but the two of them both end up upright. Like I said, it literally looks like they're dancing the tango by the end of this. Just a great rep from Dickerson. All right, I'm watching some of these clips back that I've been recording, right? Because I like to edit as I record. I sound awful. I apologize. I was not aware my allergies were kicking my ass this bad in terms of my voice. So I've gone back and, or I'm going to go back, I should say, and I'm going to re-record the first couple clips of this. But just keep in mind, I'm a little under the weather with allergies and the cold and things of that nature. So I apologize if my voice is a little less than ideal. I'm doing my best here, but there's only so much you can do. You know, regardless, taking a look at this next play here. It's going to be the last play we're going to look at in the first quarter. This is the first of two big Saquon touchdowns. Dickerson here is going to be taking on Kobe Turner one-on-one. And when this play is running, I know it's tempting to watch Saquon or watch the hole that's going to open up on the left side here. Just watch Dickerson. The way he reach blocks Kobe Turner there and then buries him in the dirt, incredible work. Absolutely incredible work. And then obviously Saquon's able to get off to the races. So taking a closer look here, once we get the adjustments kind of squared away here, everyone gets back down in their stances. Like I said, we're going to get a reach block from Dickerson. What's that mean? Well, it means he's going to cut across the face of Kobe Turner and set his block over here. Reach block basically just means you need to get across the defender in a quick movement, like one swift, quick movement, and block them off. Usually, you know, it's going to be when you're on the backside of the play, trying to block to the play side, which is exactly what's going to happen here. Saquon's going to run this ball to the opposite side. You got to wall off Kobe Turner. You're seeing a lot of guys coming downhill here. You got to make sure everyone, you know, is accounted for. So you give Landon Dickerson the near impossible task of reach blocking one of the quicker and one of the better defensive tackles in football right now. So Dickerson does a perfect job of it. You see, as soon as that ball is snapped, he is flying out of his stance. Like I said, one swift movement, uses his big legs to stride, get out in front of Turner, turn him out. You see Saquon's able to run right on by. And not only is he able to run right on by, not only does he set that perfect reach block, Landon Dickerson says, hold up, sit down. And he buries Kobe Turner in the dirt. Just a perfect block. This is one of the best blocks I have seen in the playoffs so far in terms of just like one-on-one dominance. The quickness to get across the face of Kobe Turner, who, like I said, first of all, if you watched my Rams video last week, you know I'm a Kobe Turner stan. I love Kobe Turner, one of my favorite players in the league. Landon Dickerson makes him look like a little kid here. You know, it's like I said, man amongst boys in the thumbnail. This is a man among boys. This is a man putting a young buck in the dirt, saying, sit your ass down. I'm better, and you weren't touching my running back. It's just flawless. It's a flawless block. I could literally watch this all day. I could watch this single block all day. It's so beautiful. It's so perfect. Landon Dickerson, I love you. For this play in particular, on top of everything else, but this play in particular, I love you. I adore you. Just one more time. I know I'm probably getting annoying, but one more time. I don't care. How can you not be romantic about football? That's a 300-pound man just moving at supersonic speed to go wall off another 300-pound man and then bury the other 300-pound man in the dirt. How can you not be romantic about this sport? God, I love football. Finally getting ourselves into the second quarter now. Dickerson's going to be lined up on the opposite side of your screen just for reference because we have flipped the camera view. Jalen Hurts is going to make some adjustments, and then Landon Dickerson's going to kill somebody. You're going to see a corpse on the field after this play. You'll see what I mean. As Jalen Hurts snaps this ball, you see Dickerson's looking for some work. Boom! Lays Spates out. And he's going to open up Hurts to get a couple yards there when there was nothing open downfield. So taking another look here, looking at the anatomy of the play, Dickerson right away is going to be tasked with, I believe, Bobby Brown there across from him. Give me a moment to... No, it is Gallimore. It is Neville Gallimore. Talked about him a lot last week. Had a couple nice plays against Minnesota. But anyways, going up against Neville Gallimore here, we are going to, once Hurts snaps this ball, goddamn. You see, we get a double team here. Dickerson realizes, all right, my lot has got that. I'm going to look for work now. And he is going to spot out of the corner of his eye Saquon in a one-on-one matchup. Love Saquon. He's a capable pass blocker. But you know damn well these guys up front, they want to make Saquon's life easier in any possible way they can. So you see Dickerson is going to sprint across the line at the perfect time, mind you. When he decides to make this move, Hurts just happens to be stepping up in the pocket to scramble. He's going to lay out Spates, ends up taking Barkley down with him from the sheer momentum that he builds up by hitting him. You know, Barkley kind of hits him with like the, oh, good heavens fall there. But just perfect stuff. Perfect stuff. And then, like I said, Hurts is able to pick up a couple yards on the scramble. Watch it one more time in full speed for the road. Really good job there. Really good awareness. You know, always looking for work, which is one of my favorite things about Landon Dickerson. He's tough. He's quick. He's strong. He's technically refined. He's always looking for work. Is there a more complete, more perfect guard in the National Football League right now? Maybe not. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. But I think you'd be hard-pressed to find one that is, again, more complete and more refined than Landon Dickerson. All right, this one's pretty simple. You know, this isn't a super flashy play. Dickerson is going to climb to the second level here to block for Saquon. Not a whole lot to say on this one. Bring a man in motion. Dickerson gets up to the second level. Ball's off the linebacker. Saquon's able to get beyond him for a first down pickup. This is on like a 2nd and 4, and they get 6. But taking a look at Dickerson here, like I said, his goal immediately is to get up to the second level and take care of this linebacker for Saquon. That's exactly what he's going to do. You see, he gets a hand in there just to make sure Mailata's got his guy. He says, all right, Jordan, you got your guy. Good shit. He is going to attack this inside shoulder of the linebacker. And because of that, he's able to push him out of the play. He's able to completely wall him off from Saquon. You know, I preach in my fullback videos. I said it earlier today, back to the back. That is exactly what Dickerson does here. And that, like I said, is enough for the Eagles to pick up a first down. Not a whole lot to talk about on this one. Pretty simple play, pretty tame relative to the rest. But he did exactly what he needed to, and at the end of the day, it's a good block. All right, this play here is another great example of Dickerson's awareness and his mindset that's just always looking for work throughout the course of the play. Go ahead and take a look here. This is going to end up being a Jalen Hurts scramble, and Dickerson's going to be a pretty important part. You see, he holds off his man there, walls off Kobe Turner, and then Hurts is able to get himself upfield for a first down. Taking a look a little bit closer here, see immediately Dickerson is getting back into his set, and you have Desjuan Johnson trying to cut across his face into the gap between him and Cam Jurgens. So he's going to do a great job of getting one hand into Johnson's chest. He ends up leading him into Jurgens, and then he's going to turn around and be like, all right, who else needs help? Cam's got this. Who else needs help? Oh, Kobe Turner. Kobe Turner, I know you. I put you in the dirt earlier. Sit your ass down. And Kobe Turner doesn't go down, but he does end up popping him. And you see this right here is what is great about this play. You've got Mekhi Becton blocking trying to block Jared Verse from behind here. And then, Dickerson has to kind of make up for it by picking up who was supposed to be Mekhi Becton's man. You see, looking at Becton from the start, he ends up getting beat by Kobe Turner. Granted, Becton does a good job of leading him away from Hurts, but he does still get past him. Regardless, all of this opens up Hurts to take off. Like I said, he picks up that first down. Good block there, good awareness. Like I said, good job looking for work, good job helping out your teammate, doing what you need to do. All of which is a good team effort that results in a first down pickup. At the end of the second quarter, we're in the 2-minute drill at this point, trying to get yards, trying to get to the sideline, trying to get out of bounds, trying to get in position to score. And this play is certainly a good way to continue on that trajectory. So a lot of these clips are me pointing out, like, here's Landon Dickerson doing something awesome on a really important play or a really big play for the Eagles, or, just doing his job, whatever it may be. This one's not inherently that. This one is a objective, horrible play for the Eagles. Dickerson does what he needs to, but things don't play out in Philly's favor. You'll see what I mean in a moment. So you're probably asking, why are you even including this? Well, I like watching 300-pound men put other 300-pound men on their ass, and that is exactly what's about to happen here. That circle is unserious. This play is unserious. Here we go. Dickerson, boom, put Kobe Turner in the dirt. This is the Jalen Hurts fumble at the end of the half. I know. I probably shouldn't be including this, but, we're not talking about the Eagles. We're talking about Landon Dickerson, and Landon Dickerson just killed Kobe Turner again. I don't know why he hates Kobe Turner so much. I don't know what Kobe Turner did or said to him, but he clearly hates him, and I mean, hey, I'm all for it. It's resulting in some entertaining clips. Eagles fans, I'm sorry for reminding you that this happened, but you won this game, so you can't really complain too much, All right, this play right here is awesome. So we're in the third quarter now. Dickerson here. And this is going to be great. This is going to be a Jalen Hurts scramble where Dickerson's going to set two major blocks. So you see he helps with Cam Jurgens. Boom, lays out 92. Boom, lays out Jared Verse. And Hurts is able to scramble away to almost pick up a first down. Now, not only does Dickerson lay some dudes out, but these are important blocks for the play. So you see immediately we got a double team with Dickerson and Cam Jurgens. Dickerson kind of determines, all right, Cam's got this one. I'm going to go help Jordan. Boom, sit down. As that happens, Jalen Hurts recognizes that he has a lane to scramble now because the defender that could potentially have contained is on the ground. Therefore, Hurts has a lane. Hurts is going to end up taking that, and in the process, Jared Verse is starting to fall after going toe-to-toe with Lane Johnson. Landon Dickerson says, sit down. And Verse, he takes this one on the chin, man. He takes it on the chin and then just lays there. Like, he's there for a hot moment. That couldn't have felt good. And Hurts is able to run off and, like I said, nearly pick up a first down on the scramble, which wouldn't have been possible if Dickerson hadn't noticed Mailata here and had just let that play continue going. He instead lays out the defender that could potentially have contained, Then Mailata is able to collapse down on top of him, totally legal block. And then also Dickerson, for good measure, sees that Jared Verse, who's been causing them a lot of havoc in this game, is headed downward, and he says, let me help you get down quicker, buddy. So just a great block there. Again, great series of blocks, super important to the play, super badass. Just kind of the epitome of what Dickerson's all about, or at least was about in this game. All right, a more traditional pass pro rep here. Dickerson obviously lined up. And this is going to be a really good job. He's going to, again, be a crucial block on a huge play for Philly. So we'll go ahead. You see he's going to be one-on-one there with Kobe Turner. I'll let this run in full speed. I got excited, tried to jump into it. But, you know, he's going to take care of Kobe Turner here. Hold him off. Hurts is going to step up into the pocket. Then he's going to deliver this to Dallas Goedert for a huge gain, which wouldn't have been possible if Dickerson didn't hold his block. So taking a look here, you see Kobe Turner is actually going to do a good job of getting his hands inside the chest of Dickerson here. So Dickerson's going to have to play this from a less than ideal position. So he does a good job getting low, plants his feet, stows off Kobe Turner. Jalen Hurts here is able to step up in the pocket, which is key. You see Jared Verse coming off of this edge. You see Lane Johnson's having a little bit of trouble. So Hurts needs to step up into the pocket that Landon Dickerson is helping create. It's exactly what he does. Keeps himself away from pressure, buys himself just enough time to float this one to Goddard. Again, for a pretty big gain. One of the bigger plays, if not the biggest play through the air for Philly in this game. I could be mistaken, but I don't think I am. Regardless, wouldn't have been possible if Landon Dickerson hadn't, taken on his old buddy Kobe Turner there one-on-one and walled him off perfectly. Watching it one more time in full speed. Goes from a disadvantageous position to doing what he needs to. Not the prettiest rep in the world. Kobe Turner from a technical standpoint definitely has the advantage here. But Dickerson simply overpowers him, outmans him, keeps his feet in the dirt, and opens up Hurts to lob that one up for a massive 30-plus yard gain. And the final play here, Dickerson is going to be on the play side of the second big Saquon run, the one that is going to seal the game. I believe a 74-yarder. It was definitely 70-plus. You see there, Saquon gets a big hole to run through, makes a couple guys miss, and he is off to the races. Big touchdown. Like I said, the one that ends up sealing the game for Philly. So taking a closer look here at Dickerson, he is going to do a great job of kind of chipping Bobby Brown here, which is going to help out Jordan Mailata a lot. And then he is responsible for Jared Verse. Let's take a look here at how he does that. He pops Bobby Brown, which allows Mailata to get his back to the back. The lane's going to open up through here. Does exactly what he needs to. And that is because of the momentum that is built up from Landon Dickerson's kind of first pop. You see again there, that ends up being a crucial block right there for Saquon to run on by. So then we take a look at Dickerson's actual block here. Jared Verse, who starts out on the outside, kind of realizes this ball's coming through here. So he's going to do what he can to step down in the gap. He wants to step in the gap to try and blow up this run. Dickerson recognizes that. He's going to shove him across here. Then he stays with him, pops him again. That knocks down 37. So you've got Verse facing the wrong direction, 37 in the ground, and Saquon with a whole lot of white in front of him. Just perfectly executed there by Dickerson. One more time, ends up taking care of 3 defenders on this play. Sets up Mailata, takes care of Verse, takes care of 37, and that, makes it a lot easier for everyone else to handle. That's 2 guys that can't be in pursuit of Saquon. We know from the first Saquon touchdown that Jared Verse almost chased him down. So taking care of him is big. Taking care of 37, who's a safety. Quentin Lake is big. He can't chase down Saquon. And then, of course, like I said, helping Jordan Mailata open up that initial gap for Saquon to shoot on through is very massive. So in other words, Dickerson takes care of 3 defenders on this play. A big reason why this play was able to work out the way it did. Just fantastic stuff all around to cap off what was a fantastic day by Landon Dickerson. You know, PFF loved him. He was their highest graded player with like a 94 grade, had a near perfect run blocking grade, just absolute cinema from Big 69 in Philadelphia against the Rams in the divisional round. But anyways, folks, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like down below, as it does help out the channel a ton. It shows your support, it shows you care, and I really do appreciate it. Also, make sure to leave a comment down below telling me what your thoughts were. You know, do you think Landon Dickerson had a massive day? Do you think he is, like I kind of alluded to, maybe there being an argument for that he is the best guard in football or the most complete guard in football? You know, do you have any other thoughts? Do you have any video suggestions? Anything like that? Let me know down in the comments below. I love responding to comments. I know Eagles fans love commenting on my videos. I don't know what it is. Every time I talk about Philly, I tend to get a little bit more attention than usual. Made a big Milton Williams video earlier in the year. People love that. I know my draft grades videos when I talk about Philly usually do well. Eagles fans, I love you. You're nothing but supportive. So hopefully you'll enjoy this video. And also make sure to subscribe so you won't miss more weekly football content. You know, I wanted to get this video out a little bit earlier than I did, but no, I'm not exactly feeling 100%, been a little bit under the weather, as you can probably tell by my voice. So I had to postpone this a day or so, but we still got it out. That's what matters. And yeah, you know, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed, like I said, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, evening, night, afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope you enjoy it because you're all wonderful people and you truly do deserve it.
Had a chance on the throwback. This was an ill-advised throw. What an unbelievable catch by Cole Kmet. And he cups it too. No movement when he hits the ground, tucked up against his shoulder. Wow. Using that